Welcome back to the VST channel. The Galaxy S23 Ultra, the Galaxy S24 Ultra, the Oppo Find X7 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now guys, this is the high brightness champion 4500. This is really what they say, that it can reach 4500 nits peak brightness under several conditions when you're watching some HDR footage, let's say, maybe just on a very tiny square on the screen. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, 2600 peak nits brightness, guys, and the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra with 1750. The iPhone 2000. But let me ask yourself one question: all these ridiculous brightness specs, 4500, 2000, 2600, 1750, does this all matter? Or it matters when you take the phone in your hand and you go outside, like I did right now in this real brightness test, and test it under direct sunlight? Because believe it or not, guys, 80% of the time this is what is going to matter. How readable is your screen, your display, when you're using it under direct sunlight? And you will not get 4500 nits brightness under direct sunlight, maybe not 2000, maybe not 2600 or 1700. So let me start with the test. The first thing I want to share, guys, is the settings. So under Samsung phones we have the adaptive brightness. When you turn this off, you're going to see there's something called extra brightness. Now I'm going to turn this on as well on the S24 Ultra and on the S23 Ultra. The thing is that Samsung phones are using something called Vision Boost, but pay attention, guys. The moment I disable the adaptive brightness on S23 Ultra and S24 Ultra, I'm losing some of that high brightness, right? And the moment I just turn off the adaptive brightness on, the Vision Booster will kick in and it will give me more brightness. Now let's examine the Oppo Find X7 Ultra. It's a best phone. They are advertised 4500, and right now, guys, I'm using it on the full brightness with the auto brightness. The moment I disable the auto brightness, yeah, you see, nothing really happens that much, right? There is also something called the video color boost, and I can probably just enable that one, but this will just reflect inside the colors and will not give you, say, more brightness. So just by looking at this, what do you think really, which is the brighter phone? And this is of course the iPhone. So if I am to disable the True Tone, see, it's going to align a bit with the white color of the other phones. More or less, this is what you can expect. My eyes really can see that despite having the highest brightness mode, 4500, still the Oppo Find X7 X Ultra is kind of giving me the lowest natural feeling in terms of brightness under direct sunlight. I would say that it's clearly S24 Ultra gives you a bit more compared to the S23 Ultra. And of course, iPhone 15 Pro Max. iPhones really have great brightness outdoors. And now it's time to test an HDR video and see what we're gonna get there. Alright guys, the video is running and I'm gonna choose here the highest available resolution. Full screen on the S23 Ultra, full screen on the S24 Ultra, full screen on the Oppo, and also full screen on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And this is it. And you can let me know down below in the comments which of those screens is pumping more brightness, which is more viewable in this really realistic scenario, guys. I'm outside, S23 Ultra, S24 Ultra, the Oppo Find X7 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So what do you think? Like, where do we have the brightest screen? Because I can tell it's not the Oppo from what I see. And I can also tell you that it's also not the iPhone, guys. And from what I can see, the Oppo Find X7 Ultra, although having the highest high brightness mode on paper, really, yeah, it's not bright at all compared to the other phones. And also, I'm a bit surprised. I thought usually the iPhones are very good at this test, but right now I can tell you from what I see, the S23 Ultra and the S24 Ultra are just really top performance in this domain. And I'm thinking also that the S24 Ultra is just a tiny bit more visible compared to the S23 Ultra. So I'll rank them. The best brightness phone outdoor is the S24 Ultra, then I'll go to the S23 Ultra, and then I'm gonna choose the iPhone, and then the Oppo is at the last, guys. So remember, 2600 high brightness mode, 1750, 2000 here on the iPhone, and 4500 nits, right? But again, this is only peak nits brightness that you can achieve, yeah, maybe once in a lifetime on a tiny small part of your screen, and this here is the real real brightness test, so you have it in front of your eyes. I really hope that you enjoy what you see. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you like this type of content, guys, yeah, well, you might as well support the channel. Thank you so much. Stay safe, VST over, and bye.